Is the builder base rework coming with BH10?
Yes, Stuart mentioned that BH10 would likely be coming with the launch of BB 2.0.
Do you guys have any plans about adding role for clan member who can design clan capital layout? Not all co are creative and you don't want anyone to get co easily.
It's something we have discussed in the past and is something we have on a wishlist for a future update. We envision this to be a specialist role in the clan, like in clan engineer or something. It's on our list of things we'd like to add one day.
Any plans for a clan chat rework?
Yeah, it's something we've discussed modernizing at some point to take advantage of slightly bigger phone sizes since the game came out in 2012. We've also discussed some extra features that would be cool for it and even trying to make a portrait mode clan chat. Can't promise exactly when we'll get round to this.
Is the loot system going to be changed in the BB rework? Or we're going to have a new loot gaining system?
Yeah, it's going to be more similar to the home village in that there's more freedom in how much you play and earn loot. We are still figuring out the specifics more, but we'll share details when they're more final in a future blog post.
Is sceneries in the gold pass something that could happen in the future?
Yes, perhaps very soon.
Any chance of expanding the API to include building defense levels? A common complaint is people never changing their war opt-in status. Is there a possibility of automatically opting people out if they don't attack in war, or possibly on a seasonal basis? Another common complaint is people attacking a district at the capital that someone is preparing to attack. In some instances, one individual has already completed one or more attacks and is preparing to attack again. Could a feature be added to prevent this from happening? Perhaps a small grace period to follow up with an additional attack? Are there any plans to add functionality to the chat? Some requests have been to allow the leaders to pin a message or add a poll.
Possibly. We are very conscious that the API has not received as much love and development as it could. Our server developers have been very busy with the clan capital, BB 2.0, and some massive behind-the-scenes technical changes and haven't had the time on this. We'll hope to improve this in future, and is part of the reason for why we want to grow the server team. This is something we've talked about. We've also talked about having a war poll feature in clan chat too, where people can opt in and then the leader/co can easily start a war with just those who opted in pre-selected. That might be a nice way to address this issue. This is ironic as during development of the clan capital we actually considered adding a feature where you couldn't attack the same district back to back to give others a chance to get in and attack. I discussed elsewhere on another reply some ideas we'd talked about for clan chat. Sorry, I can't find the link. Darian's been setting me a mean pace at writing answers.
Will there be any new upgrades to collectors and the air sweeper anytime soon? Feel like we're long overdue for one.
The air sweeper. We have some ideas what we might try with it to give it more exciting upgrades without becoming even crazier. And we have also talked about doing upgrades that give it more health. But we think it'd be more fun if it maybe also gained some additional effect. Maybe sometime this year it finally gets upgrades. Air sweepers in the new update are going to have a tornado effect. It blows the troops back and then spins them around. Calm down, Satan.
Do Supercell employees get free stuff in Supercell games? Or do they have to progress like everyone else?
Everyone has to pay with their own money. If we're making stuff that we don't feel is a good value and worth spending on, then how could we expect real players to feel it's worth it? We do get some cool free merch just for Supercellians though, so that's cool.
Wait, you get free merch?
Don't make me tell the community about the thing that happened with the baby dragon plushie the other day.
Tell us please. I'll go buy a gem pack.
He very excitedly walked over with this baby dragon plushie we discovered out of an obscure merch stash we uncovered. Deeply proud that he finally had one after all this time. I had the joy of pointing out he actually already had one of the exact same plushies on his desk behind his monitor. Darian's desk makes me very uncomfortable sometimes. So much stuff.
Do you have any other major content additions besides new town halls planned down the line? Or was the clan capital the last one for a while?
Once we get the builder base redesign out, that will form the third pillar of the game of builder base, home village, and clan capital. Updates will likely cycle between each of these columns over the course of a period of time similar to how we do a new TH level approximately every 18 months. Of course we'll leave room for other kinds of content as well, and new features, but the three pillars will form the primary core of the game's updates until we are ready to release a completely new feature to the game.
Will we get a super hog rider?
Eventually every troop will get their chance to go super, but when? We're not sure yet.
One of the most asked questions, is there any possibility that we will able to buy sceneries from gems?
If we add a scenery in the Gold Pass, we would probably make it available for purchase with gems a year later, like Gold Pass skins. We haven't decided what the cost might be in that case.
Does the COC team play in the same clan together, or is most everyone independent?
There's a few different clans that are mostly Supercellians and their friends and families. Some people instead play in random other clans. It's good for us to sneakily get a more real clan experience, as it helps us when discussing what to change in the game.
I was just wondering, if you ever bring Super Pekkas to Home Village, will it be the same Super Pekkas in BB and Capital, or will it be a completely original concept?
We enjoy the challenge of creating new troops when we can find a niche for that troop to fill. If we can think of a unique idea for a Super P.E.K.K. then that'd be cool. Our designers are always toying around with new ideas for troops, but if we find the builder-based Super Pekka works best, then sometimes the simplest route is the way to go. It'd probably be a different concept. One that I've personally wanted to try out is having Pekka turn into something like a mini Pekka from Royale. Super troops are meant to be the ideal version of the troop that they want to be, and in my head I think Pekka is most annoyed at being too big and slow to smash things and catch butterflies.
Do you have any plans down the pipeline to make recruiting to your clan easier? As a leader, I have a lot of trouble because unless I use Discord or Reddit, the only way to invite to your clan in-game is to just spam invites in hope that they accept.
Yeah, we have some plans to revisit the player recommender and make it a lot more real-time experience, which should be better for Clans Plus players. Can't say exactly what update that might land in though.
Why do we have to wait for a leader to start raid weekend? Like clan games, there is no roster that has to be selected, and we are eligible to start taking defenses even before we start the raid weekend. Wouldn't it be better to have it start with whomever starts the first attack, even?
Part of the reason is for consistency. Any activities that involve the entire clan are usually handled by the clan's leadership. It's kind of a way for the clan to say, okay, we're ready to do this.
Shouldn't it work like clan games though?
Not necessarily, because the clan doesn't share in tackling the CG challenges. What I mean is that you and another clanmate can't share the same challenge. Each member does their own challenges even though the score applies to the entire clan. And regardless of how much anyone participates in clan games, every person who contributes gets the same reward benefits. Raids and wars are more of a team sport kind of thing.